success, making her a fitness icon. This led to her becoming the first Indian actor and wellness influencer to start the successful Shilpa Shetty channel on YouTube with 3 million plus subscribers with focusing on healthy cooking. She then launched her own premium wellness app called Simple Soulful app by Shilpa Shetty, bringing yoga, fitness and meditation programs along with nutrition, diet and goal-oriented plans for people who need direction. The app has over 75 single and multiple day fitness and wellness programs with diet plans designed by experts addressing different needs, all from the comfort of your home. The first ever celebrity fitness app that would soon be powered with AI, which will track your posture through your mobile camera and guide you to sit better and have better posture. The app is of course available on iOS and Android, and make a note of this, the first 1 month, courtesy Shilpa Shetty and the team, we're getting the premium features for free, especially just for this audience. If you use the code SKLSS, I'll announce it again towards the end, but SKLSS, you can download the app free for the first month. This session is supported by Good Morning Milk by the Kute Group. Morning ki taqat har waqt. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a loud round of applause as we invite on stage none other than the very, very gorgeous and the fitness icon, Shilpa Shetty. Welcome. I think जितने लोग यहाँ पे उतना आवाज नहीं हो रहा है. Come on, Pune वालों, let's show the love we have. Super. So Shilpa, welcome to Pune. Alright, superb. So Shilpa, welcome to Pune. Any fond memories of Pune? Any connection with Pune that you have?
Atma Namaste to everyone in the audience. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Chaitanya. You and I actually look like part of the furniture.
Absolutely.
We planned everything. Anishi, Urmi, we didn't plan this. No, but it's an absolute pleasure to be part of this Wellness Fest, Swasthya. And I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Mrinal for extending the invite. And yes, Anirudh, who very kindly curated some of the questions and has been so wonderfully warm. Mrinal, I have to say I'm so super impressed with your passion. We were sitting and having this long chat about yoga, and I was like, this should have been part of the session. It's wonderful to see people's journeys through yoga, and I, for one, am a living example of the healing touch that yoga has had in my life. And I'm more than happy to play a catalyst in, any place that propagates health, wellness, fitness. And this is surely one of those events. So I'm very happy to see such a great turnout. A big round of applause to all of you. So coming back to your question, Chaitanya, yes, Pune. Pune, I have a lot of memories with. Funny enough, my first memories were not very good because I was shoved into in Pune. My mother had a terrible slip disc from a middle class family. She couldn't handle both the children. I also had she had another baby, my sister at that time. So the best way forward was to send me to a boarding school, and then they missed me so much they brought me back after 8 months. But yeah, so those were my first memories of Pune. But after that, I've shot here. I've had a lot of, I still have a lot of friends in Pune. So yeah, the food is also fantastic over here. I've just asked for some goda masala. Yeah, so Pune is brilliant. It's also very close by to Mumbai. Yes.
Yeah, we've seen that. I've seen that online. That Sundays you eat everything, and it's a cheat day on Sunday.
Yes.
So how does that work? मतलब आप सबको बोल रहे हो कि fit रहो ये करो, but you eat anything and everything on Sunday. We see those videos.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in life you have to have some discipline, but unlike a marriage, you're able to cheat on your nutrition. So that's me. But yeah, it's a fine line. Just on Sundays, I make sure that I let myself just be, because you have to keep yourself happy. Otherwise, there's a monotony that kind of creeps in. So I always tell people who stalk me on Instagram and they think that I do not eat. The whole Sunday Binge series started to kind of show people that I do. I am actually a huge foodie, and that's why that should happen. Yeah. So, yeah.
So I follow you more on Sundays. That's why I also love eating so much.
The problem is people see my videos on Sunday and then continue eating for the rest of the week.
You are so inspiring. We can't help it. You
and
are
then
so inspiring.
हमारा weight तो घट नहीं रहा है. हाँ, Sunday के दिन you suddenly become healthy on Sunday and then the rest of the week they eat.
Questions which we've received from your fans plus some we've put together. Starting with, Bazigar completes 30 years next year. Wow, a round of applause for that. How does it feel? Your debut was a super duper hit, and of course, paired opposite none other than Shah Rukh Khan. So how was that experience? The first time you got a call, how did that happen? We'll get into the fitness talks after this, but just a little background.
I like the way he's like, because I don't think anyone's interested in listening to this conversation. They're all here to know more about, fitness and wellness.
We are inquisitive about everything.
Yeah. So I mean, thank you. It's a huge compliment that I've actually managed to last so long. 30 years seems like a lifetime. When I started off, I just did it for the lark. And I was given this opportunity. And somewhere down the line, I think I was destined to just do this. I think I had to go through this journey to be here in this place. To play catalyst in making a small difference in maybe some people's lives. But no, I mean, not to sound serious. So 30 years, when I look back, I was like, gosh, how did these 30 years just fly by? Tell them, मैं भी उस वक्त कॉलेज में ही थी जब मैंने शुरुआत की थी. So yeah, I truly credit must go to all the audiences that have loved me consistently, constantly, all these years, and I have worked on myself and tried to reinvent myself after every day. So while I was doing Bharatnatyam on one side, I also did volleyball, and I represented the school, Bombay district, went up to state level. I couldn't represent because, my mother refused to let me go because I fared very badly in my prelims. So, yeah, so I was doing all kinds. I was part of the basketball team. So I was very into fitness, and then taekwondo. So I had my hands and legs in all different directions. So after that, I think at that time when I joined the industry, I was barely 17. So that fitness kind of showed, on screen. And at that time, heroines were very curvy. And I came in, and I remember at a time when actors would be the only ones going to the gym, I would also go to the gym. And I think it was a bit of a, like, what is she doing in the gym kind of. And I think, I would be that even if I wasn't an actor. So for me, it wasn't about looking good or being a certain size. It was about, being healthy. And thankfully, my nutrition was looked after by my, with the food that we eat. So I think that balance kind of came about because of that. But it truly struck me that people wanted help, or rather looked up to me, wanting to know how I did it, especially. Yeah, I couldn't lift him and get up. Someone who was so fit. I felt like, oh my God, this is crazy. How is that I have become so unfit? And then my mother, mothers are amazing. Mothers tell you things in the meanest possible way. And I stopped going out because I was very conscious. I was a size 8 before my baby, and I was a size 16 after my son. So on the 8th month, I think I went out for lunch, wearing a kaftan because nothing else fit me. And there was a little kitty party happening on the side. And I can never forget this experience because it there's nothing wrong in having a bit of weight after a child. Hello, it's normal. You're going through you're dealing with so much. Firstly, you're sleep deprived. You become like a mobile milk van, and you don't have a life. And it's just very hard. But then the day I decided, I got into the gym, and I went on this whole low carb, no carb diet plan. And in a matter of 4 months, flat, without any fat burners, without anything, just intense working out for like 4 days a week and some cardio, I lost 32 kilos. So, and that's when I realized there are a lot of women out. And if I could do it, so if I was one of those women who sat there and didn't do anything about my weight or didn't do anything about my fitness or my wellness, even I would put on weight. It's this preconceived notion that, oh, because I am Shilpa Shetty, I will not put on weight. No, there's no such thing. We're all human. It's our choices. It's the choice that you make, you know, in comparison to the one next to you or in front of you. So the choice is in your hand, how you want to be. Someone else is going to do that for you? No. You have to wake up and do it yourself. And that is why I started what I started. You know, my journey started with the yoga DVD because I did want to propagate yoga to the world, because I always constantly terrible for me to say that we as Indians never value what comes to us and is ours for free. We give it that value only when it's propagated . To bring back what belongs to us. So yoga was always associated with the older generation, and suddenly when, I'm not saying I'm young, but what the heck, I'm just saying that, you know, I think people who are in a position, who people aspire to be like, when they see someone like YouTube is a great, it's a great platform to connect with people who want knowledge. So, you know, today, when I meet 10-year-olds, I would think, see, I belong to a different generation of actors. But I have 8 and 12-year-olds coming to me at a play area and complimenting me and saying they're fans of mine, not because of my movies. It's because of YouTube. A little child came up to me the other day and said, Auntie, I made your oatmeal pancakes and they were fab. So I wanted people to understand this. I wanted to debunk the myth with healthy food and healthy eating, because that's a major part of health and fitness. It's actually 70% good or a balanced diet, and 30% some kind of regime, whether it be yoga, dancing, Pilates, whatever you want to pick. So people get that wrong. That whole ratio is all. So I started on the journey for that, to bring about awareness to the common people who needed help. Gosh, हो गया ना interview?
You already
Yes, look at her. I mean, age is just a number. So it's all in your head. So when people talk about age, I just always say that the minute you lose zest for life, the enthusiasm to want to live and to want
professional, everything. The pandemic has changed the way we live, the way we work, the way we issue that people are facing right now in India.
I don't think it's just in India, but world over. I think firstly, COVID, the last 3 years have been really taxing on all of us. So they would sense danger. So that is the analogy. So imagine the minute that thing happens, you don't realize it, but you are stressed and you are, your focus suddenly goes on to that. Who is it that has messaged me? What could it be? Do I need to answer that? Don't pick it up to say मैं थोड़ी देर बात करता हूँ. Be in that moment. I feel we're not able to be in that moment. We're not living in the now. So please charge it in another room. When you are sleeping, that area, try and keep it, devoid of any radiation. Try and do that, especially if your kids are sleeping with you around you, even in your kids' rooms. It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, because parents nowadays to entertain or keep the kids
It's very easy for us to put fitness on the back burner. Everything else takes priority. And I think it's also our mentality, our conditioning, especially women. And especially if you're working, that you feel somewhere you have to strike that balance and you go through a lot of guilt. So if you're working, you're like, whatever little time I have left, I want to spend it with my children. I have to give it to my husband. Because we are brought up that way. Our daughters to think that, if a man can do it, you can too. And you should do it. But make sure that you balance it both. We've changed our mindset a little. Pehle aise tha ki you have to make sure that you look after your home, you have to be good to your in-laws. So that mindset is slowly changing. There's nothing wrong. Selflessly. It's amazing. So hats off to all those homemakers. But if you're a working woman, I really believe, or any woman, why segregate? I just think if you're human, you are not happy, you ain't going to keep anyone happy around you. And I really believe that. And you have to do it unapologetically. So the minute guilt starts creeping in, and the minute you feel, oh my God, I'm going to be judged for, taking out this half an hour or 45 minutes for myself. And ends up in a divorce. That's why you see so many divorces today. That's not something that happened earlier because the stressors were much lesser. The competition was much lesser. Social media wasn't You're not being judged every step of the way. Even if you're not an actor, and if you're on social media, you feel like everything has to be like picture perfect and so pretty. So there's a lot of pressure, especially today's generation, the younger generation. My heart goes out to them, really, because you see this, you see the kind of mindset and the peer group that they're in. No matter what your upbringing is, no matter how secure you are constantly thrown in between the sharks, and you have to swim. So it's unfortunate, but that's the world we're living in. So make them the quickest swimmers that you can. What can you say? That's that.
How has the response been to the app? How has the response been?
It's been brilliant. So yeah, we've got like over 70 different goal-oriented programs. A lot of programs even for men. A lot of weight loss, fitness-oriented programs, yoga, and we've got some great experts. Not just me. The Simple Soulful app is not about. It's a one-stop journey. And it will help you reach your destination. So whether it be yoga, high intensity training, whether it be pranayama is so important. Guys, if you do not have the time for asanas, please take out time to focus on your breath. That is so important. Maybe I was meant to come here to just say this to you. Forget all the rest. Edit, and delete all the rest I've said. Just awareness of your breath, on your breath, is the most important takeaway from today's congregation. Really. We are all breathing.
Well, that's a different thing that you make so many people breathless too, but just by being there.
Cheesy, but I'm telling you.
For every person who practices yoga or teaches yoga, some लोग बोलते हैं कि योगा से होगा. So I always want to know
हम लोग
क्या
नहीं बोलते,
होगा.
मैंने बोला था ये.
हाँ बहुत तो आपको वही everybody copy. So I want to know कि क्या होगा. मतलब योगा से होगा, but क्या होगा?
अरे यार, क्या नहीं होगा ये पूछो. दुनिया में सबसे बड़ा रोग ये कि क्या कहेंगे लोग, और इस रोग का उपचार यही है योग. I think the biggest prison that we're in is the prison of our thoughts and of what other people are going to think if we do this. I think most of us become underachievers because of that. And when you start doing yoga, it really is a discovery, of your true self. Mrinal and I were discussing that earlier. That most people think that yoga is about, being flexible and, turning and twisting like a pretzel. And so she was like, what's the difference between someone who's someone who's in the circus and someone who's trying to, discover themselves through yoga? It's not about that. If you're truly into yoga, you will realize as time passes, your body will react differently on different days. And it makes you realize and makes you aware of focus on, oh my God, am I not doing it right? You have to actually just let it go. The letting go part is what we find difficult. That's what yoga teaches you. To let go and to not be in control. Because you cannot be in control of everything. There's a lot that happens in all our lives. And you can't be in control of it. So you have to just let go. And breathe into it. So that's it.
आपके इस जवाब पे मैंने एक शायरी बनाई है
Oh my God,
on the spur of the moment कि ये of course the lines that सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग, but don't give a damn to them, just let go and keep doing yoga.
Wow!
Yeah?
Wow!
Yeah? Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow.
All right. So there are a lot of new styles of yoga coming out, right? There is aqua yoga, there is hot yoga, there is beer yoga. People drink beer and do yoga. So yeah, we've seen that. I have seen that online. So what do you have to say about all these different styles of yoga coming into being?
You know, my friend called me. She was doing aerial yoga and she
Wow.
fell from the top and she hurt her head. मैंने कहा पहले जमीन पे खड़े रह के तू करो योगा. ये चढ़ गई ऊपर योगा करने. I'm like, no, I mean, with due respect to all those different forms, sorry, I do the oldest form, Ashtanga. I'm very happy. I've still not perfected that. But I want to learn more. And there are various different forms. There's Iyengar, there's, Bhakti Yoga. There's so much. It truly, it's an abyss. You can just dive into it and it'll be never ending. But the fact that you are trying to do any yoga, I wish you well. Avoid beer yoga. I don't know where that is going. But, yeah, as long as you are trying and you're not doing it because it's a fad, but you're doing it to discover yourself. And you're doing it for self-improvement. That should be the take-home. Yeah.
Absolutely. I do yoga for almost 7 to 8 hours every day. I do Shavasana for 8 hours every day. So I follow yoga. Yeah.
You're pretty fit.
Yeah, that's also Shavasana ki wajah se.
Who are you shoving?
Family friendly show. So we will discuss that.
I didn't say that.
Alright, so then among the so many forms of meditation, again, same thing, like different forms of yoga, which one is your favorite or something that you do? Any particular one that you love and something that you would recommend to everybody here? For those who don't do meditation or want to.
You can do with your eyes closed. There's some you can do with your eyes open. There's Tratak meditation. Yeah. There's Antar Tratak. Then there's eat on time. Don't tell me you do not have time to have water. Is immaterial. Yeah.
Alright, so before we move on to the non-fitness questions, what is your daily fitness routine like? All mental, physical, daily and weekly, or how do you plan your week fitness-wise?
Fitness-wise, I plan many things, but I try my best to work out at least 4 times a week. I try, but my schedules are so erratic.
Is that in a gym or at home or wherever?
Yeah, I
you
have.
work out?
Luckily, there are no gym looks for me because my gym is my house. Yeah, so yeah, I work out in my home. Thankfully, I have that luxury. For me, it's a luxury only. Actually, necessity hai. But yeah, so I try to clock in my breathing at least 5 times a week. And breathing, sometimes I don't have that much time to even take out that much time, like 20 minutes a day. I do it in the bathroom. You will not believe it. So I sit and I actually do Kapalbhati in the bathroom while I'm taking a shower. So I do that. I do Anulom Vilom when I'm traveling to work. So but that's my lifestyle. I'm perpetually on the go and whatever. So yeah. So I try to, and now I've started dedicating a little bit of time to weight training also. Because after you're a certain age, you lose a lot of bone density, muscle mass, and I've just literally have come out of a fractured knee. The doctors told me it'll take me 6 months. I said, I'll prove you wrong. I did it in 2.5.
Wow, so that is a round of applause. So because you have the home gym, I think you save a lot of money that you don't need to pay photographers to come and capture you in your gym look, right?
A lot of stress. Yeah, a lot of stress also.
Alright, so you started one of India's leading restaurants, right, Bastion, and now it's expanded to 2 outlets. So how does this work? That you call people to Bastion, you feed them yummy, tasty food which is full of calories, and then you're asking them to do yoga and burn those calories. Right? How is that balance? Like, kaise hota ye? And do you eat them, because it doesn't seem like you must be eating out much?
Bastion food is very healthy.
Is it planned with ingredients and nutritional?
Some. The desserts only on Sunday for me. But under Bastion, no, I take it as a huge compliment. Under the brand Bastion, now we have 4, not 2.
Sorry.
So we have pizza and binge, and soon we'll be opening something bigger. But yeah, Bastion truly is my pride and joy. I also remember I'm a Shetty. So I had to get into restaurant.
You can't get that out of a Shetty.
See, I built the whole ecosystem. Yeah, yoga karo. You want to know how? Go to the Simple Soul Food app. You want to know how to cook the nutritionist, the nutrition.
Go to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, the balanced food diet. Go to the YouTube channel. You don't want to cook? Order in from Bastion. You want to binge? Go to Bastion. Yeah.
So I always see celebrities only going to Bastion. I never see regular people. So I have a.
What do you mean?
No, I have a. I think is it out of reach for me? Do I have a, like, I made a New Year goal next year that one day I want to go and eat at Bastion. So that is not the case. I mean, it's not that.
No, it is very hard to get a booking.
Yes.
Hard to get. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, I've
Said
heard
yes.
of that. I heard
No,
of that.
but of course we have normal people also going in, and we have celebrities. Celebrities are the ones that get clicked. So yeah.
So is there any special coupon code you have for us to get a booking at Bastion faster? If we tell them that, okay, we know Shilpa or any.
Anishi. Anishi is fed up.
You'll be like, this was not a part of the script. ये दिया नहीं था आपको.
She's like, she's perpetually arranging tables at Bastion.
But I think that's a good problem. Right?
It's a good problem.
That's a good problem.
Of course.
Alright, so the next question I want is, yes, so how do you maintain a balance with your diet and exercise and general lifestyle? Work-life balance, which you partly also already covered, but
Yeah,
work-life balance, which
I've labored
a lot
so
of...
much. I think they're all fed up. They're like, now they want to go home and do some yoga today. I've revved them up so much. No, balance is key, I guess. But my only thing is to have that awareness. Awareness is truly, it's the secret. To live knowing that this is right and this is not going to work for me. As long as you live with that awareness, you're sorted. So if you're going to eat or binge, know that you're doing it, but know that you have to get back to maintain that balance. So the awareness is truly the secret for me.
And speaking of balance, I also remember, how do you manage to balance yourself in those outfits when you climb up on the ladder in your reality shows and applaud the participants from there? That doesn't just need physical balance, right? That also needs mental balance. To be able to do that I'm sure it's not at all easy.
The show that I do, Super Dancer, we have kids ranging from 4 to 12 and a half, 13. Excuse me. No, it's not about physical balance or mental balance, it's just heart. And I have to tell you a story though, nobody knows this. I remember the last season we were shooting, and we shoot 2 episodes in a day. And the first, I think Ravina finished the episode and she left, and Farah was coming for the second episode. So we had a break. And the CD, that whole staircase that they built, thank you, was there, and they had lights on it. So what happened in the break was, there was a small short circuit that happened on one of the lights, and there was one of the guys from the sets that was standing holding the stair, and he got electrocuted. And literally I was back from the break and I saw him fall to the ground, people hitting him with a wooden thing, and him just fall. And they rushed him to the hospital, he was fine. But to see that happening in front of you, and the only person that climbs up that staircase was me. It could have happened 15 minutes later, you know. And then the break happened and everyone was like, Shilpa, just don't climb the stair today. They switched off the lights on the staircase and they were like, don't climb on it, it's okay. We were all, and the kids were like really scared. And the choreographer, one girl nearly had an anxiety attack. She was really like, she couldn't handle it. Because when you see someone getting electrocuted, it's not pleasing to the eye. That happened, and I was sitting there, and the first act, this 5-year-old comes on and puts up this stupendous performance. And I'm like, how do I not give this child her due? How can I not climb those stairs? Because every child waits, because you know that is like the best compliment for the child's performance. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have the guts to do this. My inner monologue is like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And I was like, you know what? I stood up and I said, CD. I said it, and I walked towards it, and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? So that is the only time where the power of the mind comes in. I felt if I didn't cross that hurdle that day, I don't think I would ever be able to climb the stair again. I did it, I climbed it, and I said, Om Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram. I touched it, I was like, okay, it doesn't have any electricity going through it. And I walked, and then I called the child up, and I did it. So, it's really hard, and when you see the show, people love it, and people love these children and their performances. I know I've talked too much, but Anishi's like, you're telling them too much. She's giving me a dirty look from there.
Oh yeah, such unbelievable kind of talent. I'm sure you are blessed to be witnessing so much live. Come on everyone, let's have a round of applause. Come on everybody. So the last question, we'd love to see a demo of how to breathe right. Not of how to climb the ladder, but how to breathe right quickly. But before that, Marathi movies are really, ruling nowadays. Would you be ever interested in acting in one or producing one, or is there something in the pipeline for Marathi movies?
Produce kara, तुम्ही.
फ्रंट रो मध्ये खूप प्रोड्युसर लेवलचे
आहे का?
हां.
पैसे मराठी मी मॅनेज केली. हाँ, डबिंग आर्टिस्ट है ना? No, I mean, I think cinema is cinema. Marathi, Hindi, Telugu, Kannada. Language shouldn't be a barrier, and I think Marathi cinema, they've done some amazing stuff, So yeah, Ritesh and Janila also. I think Ritesh has directed his first, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah.
Lovely, thank you so much. Let's have a round of applause for all those lovely answers, everyone. Anything else that you'd like to share with the audience what do you have to say about Swasthyam? Of course, we're here at Swasthyam, so what do you have to say about Swasthyam?
I don't think they're interested in anything more that I want to say right now.
This Swasthyam, of course,
I am tired of speaking. Sorry guys. The thing is, for me, health and wellness comes from a place of passion. So, when I speak about it, I'm always very passionate about it. I sometimes talk too much about it. Thank you for bearing with me. I've really enjoyed being here. I really feel that my experiences, if they can be of any use to any one person, it just, would make my day, and I feel like it helps me in my karma. So that's where I come from. So I don't think about how much to say, and I need to really shut up now.
No, that is nice. We love to keep
yoga session I was telling Mrinal, but unfortunately because of my knee, I still can't sit in Vajrasan. I'm still learning to do that. Imagine to not be able to do it and be in a wheelchair for like 2.5 months. It was the worst phase, but yeah, So breathing is definitely something that we can do. Let's do a small session. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
इतने आवाज से तो नहीं होगा. Are you guys ready? Yes. All right.
Anish. Start. Yes. So we'll just do a few. Normally I sit in Padmasana downstairs on the floor, but I can't do that right now, so please excuse me. We can sit the way we are sitting, there's no problem. We just focus on our breath. So we'll start with Prana Akarshan Kriya. Okay. What is pranayam? Pran pe ayam. Having control over your breath. And I think that truly is the essence of life. So if you are able to control and have the power to control your breath, you will be able to control your decisions, your attitude towards people, and that pretty much results in, the effect of a certain situation. So everything is in the breath. तो आज हम करेंगे प्राण आकर्षण क्रिया सबसे पहले, and as it's self-explanatory, we focus our breath. We shift our focus to our breath. Okay? प्राण की तरफ आकर्षण करते हुए, just close our eyes. Everyone over here. Fingers in Dhyan Mudra. And we just breathe. No sound, just inhale and exhale. Just simple breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale all the positivity. Exhale all the negativity. Inhale all good thoughts. Exhale all the fights with your mother-in-law, son, father-in-law, daughter, family, peers. Exhale. Inhale with a smile on your face. Exhale, focusing only on your breath, the center of your nostril. Inhale. Exhale. Black out your mind. The last inhale. Exhale. Are you disconnected from the world? Bring our focus to ourselves, to our soul, to our mind, to our body. Slowly open our eyes. And now the mudra. Okay. Keep the flow. I will show you the whole thing once. The first pranayama. Now do it sideways. Inhale from the left, closing the right completely. Close the left, exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Close the right. Exhale from the left. That's one. We do this at least 5 times. Okay? Let's start. Inhale from the left. Fill your lungs. Close. Exhale from the right. Empty out your lungs. Inhale from the right. Close the right. Exhale from the left. Do it again. Inhale from the left. Close the left. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Close the right. Exhale from the left. Continue. Close. Open the right. Exhale. Inhale from the left. Close. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Fill your lungs. Exhale from the left. One last time. Inhale fully. Close the left. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Close the right. Exhale fully and completely from the left. So all those that suffer from blood pressure, you do this kriya, this pranayama, and you will see instant results. It's a science, not rocket science. So it's amazing. I mean, the milieu that I belong to, we are constantly having so much to deal with. This is the first thing that I do when I decide to either go to work or before I speak, before an interview, before I have to deal with something, an issue. I just first normalize my hormones and then I delve into the problem or the event. After this this was nasal. Now we go a little higher and we do Kapalbhati, which is called in English, इसका तात्पर्य है mind cleansing or mind shining. And you will feel cleansed only when you are devoid of any negative thoughts, which we all are filled with many a times. That's Kali-Yuga for you. So we'll do that. It's a very simple kriya. A lot of people get this wrong. So you have to simultaneously breathe together. Exhale with your stomach in. Breath out, stomach in. So you keep your hand on your stomach. Yeah. Are we doing it right? Exhale. Your stomach is out, sorry. Snap. Stomach out, breath out. Okay? Stomach out, breath out. हम लोग उल्टा करते हैं. My bad. हम लोग हमेशा उल्टा करते हैं. Stomach in, breath out. It's stomach out, breath out. Okay? You want to try that once? So you have to hit your stomach to your hand. Think that an insect has gone into your nose. Okay? You have to do at least, start with 50 and then you graduate to maybe 150 in a minute. So we do around 50 today. We start. Exhale. People's whole body is shaking. No, it is not a dance. It's only the stomach. If you're shaking the whole body, restart, start again. It's only the stomach. मेरा तो 150 हो गया. इसने कितना किया? 55. Well done.
100.
Do it till you go out of breath. It's perfectly normal. Okay? Yes. Now, if you want to do a difficult one, you want difficult. Okay, this might not be easy for everyone, but you know, our air quality is getting from bad to worse. This is something that will really help us in our day-to-day. It's called Ujjayi. It's great for your thyroid. It's a bit of a vibration sound that you'll have to, create in your vocal cords. So I will show it to you once, and then we can do that. So it's a deep breath. It's pretty much the kind of sound you remove when you want to fight with your husband internally. All the women are laughing. Or pretty much the sound that the men have when they see their wives' credit card bills. So take a deep breath in. Don't shy away from the sound. Yes, and the cough means that it is cleansing your throat. That's a good sign. Yes. Especially the kids. Make the kids do this. It's a brilliant pranayama. So we do 5 of this. A deep breath. Hamaare. A deep breath. You're doing good. A deep breath. Chaitanya doesn't even want to try it. अब क्या करें? Om chant. I would have loved to do the Savitri pranayam, but it's a little complicated. But if you go to the Simple Soulful app, please look up the Savitri pranayam. It's one of my favorite pranayams. It's very simple. It's 8-4-8. So you breathe in 8 counts. Inhale. You're able to concentrate more on the chakra when you do it like this. Okay? Whereas we have 32,000 nadis and many chakras in our body, but today we'll just focus on the few that we can do. Okay? Take a deep breath. First chakra being the Muladhara, base of your spine. Second, take a deep breath. The third chakra, the Manipuraka chakra. Take a deep breath. Now to your throat, your Vishuddhi chakra. Take a deep breath. Now to the center of your forehead, between your eyebrows, your Agya chakra. Take a deep breath. Right on the top of your head, in the center, Sahasrara chakra. Take a deep breath. Just focus on your breath. Just breathe. Enjoy this emptiness. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Your mind is empty. The only thing that you will put in shut, and now open it and see the world beautifully, positively. Atma Namaste.
That was beautiful. So I think once again, I'm still saying it, that
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Everybody, let's have a huge round of applause for Shilpa Shetty. Shilpa, the entire audience wants a picture with you, but that is not possible. So why not take a selfie with the audience? Yeah? Can we have the house lights, please?
I'm ending it now.